All rise. The Investiture Circuit Court is now in session.
Good afternoon, family, friends, here and in our overflow rooms and all of our virtual guests. Welcome to the investiture of the Honorable Michelle Urbistondo as County Court Judge of the 11th Judicial Circuit of Florida. Please remain standing as we ask some very special guests to come up and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Where are they? So cute. We have Judge Urbistondo's two sons, Mikel Angel, age 9, and Maxim, age 7. With an assist from Bailiff Rick Diaz. Thank you, Rick. Okay. Not being shouting.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Very well done, boys. Yes. Now please remain standing as we welcome Reverend Sebastian Grisales, who's the parochial vicar at St. Thomas the Apostle Catholic Church.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So it's my first time in court. I wasn't sure that I was going to be called to court to pray, but here we are, huh? Let us pray. Almighty Father, you have brought us to the light of a new day. We pray that you will create among us good and faithful leaders, individuals made in your image, who will apply your teachings in their lives and positively impact our families, our workplaces, and our communities. Help us to inspire those with whom we encounter, sharing their goodness and talents. Make us leaders, Lord, leaders with strength and courage to follow your truth and your light, leaders who make your truth and light visible to the world in all our words and our actions. Father, may everything we do begin with your inspiration and always find its origin in you. Let our work, by your gracious assistance, reach with your saving help a just completion. May you alone be the author and the finisher of our judgments. Do not allow us to disturb the order of justice, you who love equity above all things. Let not ignorance draw us into devious paths. Let not partiality sway our minds, or respect of riches or persons pervert our judgment. But unite us to you effectually by the gift of your grace alone, that we may be one in you and never forsake the truth. May we in all things hold fast to justice tempered by mercy, so that in this life our judgment may in no way be at variance with you. Remain with us and enlighten our hearts. Give us light and strength to know your will, to make it our own, and to live it in our lives. Guide us by your wisdom. Support us by your power, for you are our God. Heavenly Father, you desire justice for all. Enable us to uphold the rights of others. Do not allow us to be misled by ignorance or corrupted by fear or favor. Unite us to yourself in the bond of love, and keep us faithful to all that is true. May we always and in all ways temper justice with love, so that all our decisions may be pleasing to you and earn the reward promised to good and faithful servants. Bless and keep safe the Honorable Judge Michelle Marie Urbistondo, through the intercession of St. Joseph, model of righteousness and justice. This we pray in your name. Amen.
Thank you so much, and everyone please be seated. So today we're joined by a number of, not that you're all not special, but we've got some VIPs in the house that I'd like to announce. You could all, I'm going to tell people not to clap until the end, but I know that that's never worked. This is about the 40th investiture I've done. I know you're going to start clapping right away, and I know why, because these people are people who take care of us all day, every day in this community. Beginning with, from right down the street, the Miami-Dade County Commission, we have Commissioner Danielle Cohen-Higgins here. Clap. We have J.C. Bermudez here. President Fernandez. From the Miami-Dade Bar Association, we have Sharice Morgan, President. We have Jane Muir, past President. We are from the Florida Bar, President Roland Sanchez Medina. From the Miami-Dade chapter, we have Kayla Riera Gomez. From the Miami-Dade Trial Lawyers Association, we have Dax Bayo, Bobby Nunez, and Alan Alvarez. And I think this is Bobby's first investiture as president, so congratulations, Bobby. From the Florida Association of Criminal Defense Lawyers, Miami-Dade chapter, we have Alex Saiz, who's soon to be the president?
Next week.
Next week. From the Wilkie Ferguson Jr. Bar Association, we have Dwayne Robinson, president. And on behalf of Dean Tarlika Navarro from St. Thomas University, we have Sabrina Solomon, the director of the public sector. And we have Stedman Stahl, president of the South Florida Police Benevolent Association. Two special guests. We have Scott Silverman, retired judge from the county and circuit courts. And in her first investiture as a retired judge, we have Judge Mimi Lair. And from the Third District Court of Appeals, we have Judge Monica Gordo. And you all know the drill. If I forgot anyone, if I missed anyone, if someone forgot to check in, I know my phone's going to start blowing up with the people I forgot. I appreciate that, so blow it up. In the meantime, though, I am going to invite up here. I'm going to finish my introductions. We have today, on behalf of the Public Defender, Carlos Martinez, we have Chief Assistant Natalie Soler. On behalf of our State Attorney, Catherine Fernandez-Rundle, we have Jose Rojo. On behalf of our Regional Counsel, we have Sylvia Gonzalez. And on behalf of our Clerk of Courts, Juan Fernandez-Barquin, we have General Counsel Luis Montaldo. And finally, supporting our day-to-day court operations. We could not do this without them. With their expertise and wisdom, really serves all the judges all day, every day. Representing our administrative office of the courts, we have our director, Mary Larea. And from our Office of General Counsel, we have Pat Gladson. Thanks to our incredible AV and IT team for making this possible, not just all the mics and stuff in this old 100-year-old courthouse, which does not have good Wi-Fi and doesn't have good wiring. They make it work, and they also enable us to be able to beam this on our YouTube channel. So thank you for that. Also to Eunice Sigler, our public information officer, her deputy, Matt Bodfield. Look at Matt, because he's taking pictures. And my incredible staff, Ricardo Ayala and Larry Chester, the cruise directors. And now for remarks on behalf of the Florida Bar, as our a good friend of the courts, former CABA president, wears a million hats, but currently president of the Florida Bar for just a little while longer, right?
Thank God.
Rolly Sanchez Medina.
And please the court, Chief Judge Safey, all the judges here today, Michelle, families and friends and VIPs. We're all here to celebrate a momentous occasion. And so serving as president of the Florida Bar, there's a couple things you want to know. We serve about 114,000 members. And so coming here today is my favorite part of being president because it's a momentous occasion. It's a beautiful little wonderful slice of life, and we're celebrating people who've done amazing things and accomplished amazing things. And it's their day, and sometimes we cry, sometimes we laugh, but it's just, it's a real moment in life and at a time when somebody can really slap yourself in the back and say, I made it. So thank you for allowing me to be part of today. So in order to prepare for an investiture, I typically try to call as many people, attorneys and judges, to try to get really a feel for Michelle's qualifications and demeanor. And this one was particularly strong, and you'll see why. Let me share some of the things that opposing counsel said about Michelle, including opposing counsel, okay? A monster litigator, okay? And by monster, they meant badass litigator, okay? They meant an excellent litigator. And some of these are quotes because I didn't want to take it out of context. Very professional, conducts herself with integrity, formidable, intelligent, a healthy competitor in an environment that doesn't lend itself to that. She has few peers from a litigation perspective. A talent, by the way, that she showed early on is she won the best individual oral advocate in law school in a moot court competition. This is one of the things that I love the most. Someone that you can battle in court with and then have a drink with afterwards. A paragon of professionalism, and those are my words. I mean, those are exactly the kind of things you want in a litigation environment. Somebody that'll fight hard, they'll be passionate about their clients, but still at the end of the day, it's a small community we live in. And so you want to be fierce in the courtroom, but you want to be friends afterwards. Other friends and JNC members, they emphasized her commitment and her grit. Obviously helped her during her election, her unopposed election. Pretty impressive, by the way. Good person on and off the bench, great sense of humor, always prepared, sensitive to everyone who appears before her. Incredible capacity to handle multiple things at the same time. And everybody noted, literally everybody, that not only is she a fierce, dedicated judge, but she's even more of a fierce, dedicated mother to two young boys, the beautiful little boys you saw here. And when I mean fierce and dedicated, I mean she's, I think, president of the PTA. Is that what I heard correctly? On the PTA. She'll be president soon enough. You watch. This is what I heard from judges. Incredibly hardworking, humble and focused, knowing what she doesn't know, but aggressively filling in the gaps. Mother hen with the people in her courtroom. This is kind of funny. Maybe not as important, but several people noted that you are a Carolina Herrera fashionista. And you can take the girl out of Miami, but you can't take Miami out of the girl. So that's awesome. And I leave you with the last one, which is already an excellent judge. I'm amazed but not surprised at the impact you've made in such a short amount of time. You're setting the bar so high, and you're going to continue exceeding the bar. So congratulations on that. You continue to make your friends and your family very, very proud. And I can't tell you what an honor and distinction it is to be here today for you. Thank you for bestowing me with this distinction. Godspeed. Thank you.
Thank you, Rolly. And also with us today, we have Pedro Allende from the 11th Judicial Circuit Judicial Nominating Commission. I think he's the former chair. And I should have also introduced Chief Judge-elect Ariana Fajardo-Orshan. guess I'm like re-rolling now. I'm like, only 2 more months. And now I'd like to introduce, speaking on behalf of the Miami-Dade Bar, past president and great friend of the courts, Jane Muir.
May it please the court, friends, family, fellow attorneys. Whether in fashion or the law, beauty emerges from thoughtful design, careful execution, and meticulous attention to detail. Both beauty and justice require vision, precision, and an appreciation for the craftsmanship that transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary. The Honorable Michelle Urbistondo understands the profound connection between beauty and justice. Growing up in Miami as part of the Cuban diaspora, Michelle was raised by 2 remarkable women who showed her the true meaning of resilience and dedication. Her mother, Olga, worked as a banker, often juggling multiple jobs to ensure Michelle could receive a private school education. While providing financial stability, Olga also nurtured Michelle's appreciation for beauty and design through her collection of fashion magazines, especially Vogue. Michelle would spend hours poring over the glossy pages of couture, clipping images that spoke to her, and saving them carefully, a habit she has maintained with more advanced technology using Pinterest. Her grandmother, Julia, who she lovingly called Abuelita Mami, also contributed to a strong foundation of support, picking Michelle up from school, preparing meals, and creating a nurturing home environment. These 2 women demonstrated values of hard work, sacrifice, and attention to detail that instilled those values in Judge Urbistondo. At FIU's Honors College, Michelle's diligent, some might say type A personality flourished. She became a peer advisor to new students and joined the Alpha Omega Pi sorority. Her love of beauty led to her serving as executive director of the Miss FIU pageant. Her love of justice led her to St. Thomas Law School. Throughout her education, she took summer courses to graduate early, but still embraced every opportunity to hone her skills. Judge Urbistondo developed her oral advocacy abilities during law school, competing with the Moot Court Board in numerous competitions, and as Roland said, even winning a Best Advocate Award for her beautiful performance. During law school, she worked as a certified legal intern for both the state attorney and the public defender's office, and also clerked for a family law judge, Leon Fertel. These experiences enabled Judge Urbistondo to develop a comprehensive view of the justice system and sparked an interest in one day becoming a judge. After earning her Juris Doctor, Judge Urbistondo joined the well-known high-volume foreclosure defense practice of Patrick Cordero, where she gained valuable experience in the courtroom and in broadcasting through appearances on daily radio and television programs. Maybe that foreshadows something for her future. While juggling hundreds of legal matters and later working in a smaller firm setting, Judge Urbistondo built a family. Together with her husband, Mikel Urbistondo, she's raising her 2 boys, Miguel Angel and Max. Great job, guys. To be diligent and always put their best foot forward. In 2018, Michelle took the bold step of establishing her own practice, focusing on real estate, personal injury, and hearing coverage. As coverage counsel, she would handle an astonishing 150 to 200 hearings a day, all over the state of Florida, a workload that demanded exceptional organizational skills and interpersonal skills. Michelle learned to manage countless details without ever losing sight of the larger picture. Though she'd always aspired to become a judge, the timing never seemed right, until Judge Linda Melendez asked, "Have you ever thought about doing this?" When Michelle expressed uncertainty, Judge Melendez said, "The time is now. You have the skill and the knowledge, and you would be great." With additional encouragement from Judge Marino Pedraza, Michelle recognized this as a sign from God and decided to pursue a position in public service on the bench. Now that she's on the bench, Judge Urbistondo feels blessed to be part of a supportive judicial community, particularly her appellate panel, colleagues like Judge Gina Benavides, Judge Michael Barquette, and Judge Christine Hernandez, who have become valued friends and always offer guidance without judgment. Just as Michelle once curated clippings that inspired her, she now crafts legal decisions with the same precision and appreciation. She understands that justice, like beauty, must be both timeless and adaptable, rooted in enduring principles while responding to the needs of the present. In her courtroom, every individual receives the same respect and consideration. As Carolina Herrera once said, "Elegance isn't solely about appearance. It's about how you conduct yourself." Her decisions are guided by the law, but informed by an understanding that justice, like beauty, requires intention, care, and a commitment to excellence in every detail. On behalf of the Miami-Dade Bar Association and our president, Sharice Morgan, along with the 19,000 lawyers of Miami-Dade County, I'd like to present Judge Urbistondo with a ceremonial Bible, as well as a book of Vogue magazine's historic covers. To remind you that in both beauty and justice, the details make all the difference. We welcome Judge Michelle Urbistondo to the bench, and thank you for sharing your distinctive eye for beauty and justice with the legal community.
Thank you, Jane. And I just looked at her face and realized I forgot to mention her. Past president of the Miami Lakes Bar Association is here, Trinette Zarin. You're on the list, the page stuck, and I looked at your face and I was like, I don't think I said it. So there you go. My apologies. We have a lot of, I know you all wait for this part, that the judge's actually favorite part of this whole day is the swag, the judicial swag that she's been waiting for. First and foremost, you have your desk, please. Yay. And that's a gift from the Conference of County Court Judges. You have a gift here from St. Thomas University Law School. I'm going to hold on to this one for a second. Let me hold on to this one for a second, too. Hold on. I thought I had organized this, but I did not. You have a tribute here from State Representative Omar Blanco. That's nice. A plaque from the Florida Association of Criminal Defense Lawyers. And I'm going to invite up here a board member of the Cuban American Bar Association, Amanda Abreu, to come up and give this giant plaque that weighs about 40 pounds, I think. So we'll just keep it up here if you like. Sure.
May it please the court, Chief Judge Saifi, members of the judiciary, esteemed colleagues, and most importantly, the Honorable Michelle Urbistondo. My name is Amanda Naljev, and I'm a proud member of the Board of Directors for the Cuban American Bar Association. It is both a professional honor and a deeply personal privilege to stand before you today to celebrate this investiture of someone I have had the privilege of knowing since first grade at Conchita Espinosa Academy. We were two 5-year-old girls who bonded over having embarrassingly complicated last names. But as luck would have it, we would sit next to each other and get each other through that. I'm proud to call her both my colleague and a dear friend. From a young age, Michelle stood out, not just for her intelligence, but for her quiet determination, her sense of justice, and her deep empathy for others. She brings to the bench not only a keen legal mind, but also the rare combination of humility, integrity, and unwavering commitment to justice. Over the years, I've had the joy of watching Michelle blossom, first as a passionate advocate, then as a respected attorney, and now as she takes on the immense responsibility and honor of serving as a judge. Her path has been guided not by ambition alone, but by a steadfast commitment to fairness, public service, and rule of law. Michelle, I know firsthand the strength of your character and the depth of your heart. Our community and our judiciary are better for having you on the bench. Please join me in congratulating Judge Urbistondo on this well-deserved milestone as she embarks on this next chapter of public service.
I'll give it to you.
It's an Amanda sandwich. Amanda sandwich. Oh, over here.
Michelle, you want to stay down there for a second? You want to take this? And I'm going to invite Commissioner Danielle Cohen-Higgins. And Commissioner Bermudez.
May it please the court, I'm practicing here, Your Honor. May it please the court, guests, colleagues, friends, family, and elected officials, it's my pleasure to be here in the investiture ceremony along with my colleague, Commissioner J.C. Bermudez, on this incredible day in support of you. And I'll be brief because I know everyone's time is very valuable, but it really is a special day. Thank you for allowing us to be a part of it. What an incredible woman, what an accomplished woman. To give your life over to public service is not an easy decision. It is not an easy task. And trust me, there will be difficult roads ahead, but in this room is your support system. These are the people who love and care about you. We are here for you as you embark on this incredible journey. And as of today, you are no longer Michelle. You are no longer just mom. You are no longer just daughter. You have earned, unopposed or not. That just indicates that everyone was terrified to run against her. You are now the Honorable Judge Michelle Urbistondo. Congratulations.
I'll be brief because I know there's a lot of it. By the way, may it please the court, I used to do that all the time until I got elected and stopped coming to the courthouse that often, but it's great to be here with so many great judges and people who make our system work. We get to go to some of these investitures many times as elected officials, but this one's special for many different reasons, and I want to point out her mother, who is hiding back there, but she won't be hiding too long, Olga. And I know Michelle knows this piece. I didn't know she was such a fashion palette, but that's something that. Her mother's been a great public servant too. She was worked when I transitioned from my prior job as the mayor of Doral to Miami-Dade County. She was a person who helped guide me along to what is, as Commissioner Cohen-Higgins can testify to, a difficult place even for attorneys, because county government is like a constant MMA battle. But she was fantastic. When Michelle decided to run, she came to ask me. I said, well, I haven't been, I go to court periodically. I used to litigate before, but what struck me was her passion and the passion that she has for the law. And that is the most important thing, and for justice that we can ask as lawyers at a time where maybe that's not the most common thing to hear or see. I think a democracy is based on having an independent judiciary, regardless of what party you belong to. Ironically, we found out that my wife is actually related to her, which we did not know until we started talking with her mom and with her on her maiden name. So for me, it's special too. My wife, unfortunately, couldn't be here today. She's a Miami-Dade County public school teacher, but she made sure to let her cousin know that she's very proud of you. And we're all very proud of you. And you are the Honorable Michelle Urbistondo moving forward. I can't even call you Michelle anymore.
Don't come up here yet. One more. I'll take that. And Bobby Nunez, President of the Miami-Dade Trial Lawyers Association.
Congratulations. On behalf of Dax Bello, Alan Alvarez, myself, and the Miami-Dade Trial Lawyers Association a commemorative gavel to appreciate today.
All right, good. Now you can be a judge. You got the gavel. Yes? Okay. And now for personal remarks on behalf of the judge's family and friends, please welcome the judge's friend and former colleague, Attorney Maria Deneri.
I need to fix this for my height. May it please the court, honorable members of the judiciary, members and staff of the court, dear friends and colleagues. My name is Maria Deneri, and it's a privilege to stand in front of you here today to congratulate my dear friend, Michelle Urbistondo, on her investiture as County Court Judge for the 11th Circuit. I had the privilege of meeting Judge Urbistondo, whom I affectionately call Michelita. I know she's a foot taller than me, and you have to see us walking together when she's wearing high heels and I'm wearing flats. I guess it's a good thing I'm not easily intimidated. But I was saying I met Judge Urbistondo back in 2013 at her interview for an associate position at the firm where we worked at. And I see many familiar faces from the same firm that also work with us endless hours, hundreds and hundreds of cases. It was a great legal experience and an experience in general to get to know the public, get to know the other attorneys, and how we work. Simply, that's just how it is. That day, I know that I found the right person for the role. But I also know that I found a dear friend. For the past 12 years, Michelle and I have worked side by side, challenging each other, assisting one another, and sometimes driving each other a little bit crazy. And comes to mind that time when Michelle walked in 45 minutes late to the office with her Starbucks iced coffee in hand, without giving me a call, and without a coffee for me, which was probably the worst part, otherwise. But in that time, Michelita became not only my go-to person, the person that I call when I have a difficult case, the person when I have a simple legal question. Sometimes that's necessary as well. But she became my legal compass, my moral compass, the person whose integrity and insight I came to rely deeply on. I'm going to tell you a funny story because this is just one of the many that we had. As you know, Michelle was on TV with us 1 hour a week in a Spanish TV show, and this was live. We had a format where we had a hostess that would manage the calls, the questions, and all that, and one or two attorneys of the firm that will answer questions live. So we went to the TV station that day. Michelle and I had been assigned the same spot. And we get there, there's no hostess. So me being me, of course, I started freaking out, calling everyone, what do we do, who do we can, is there anyone that can step up? And by the time I made it back to the set, Michelle was sitting at the hostess desk. And yes, she handled a full hour of live questions in Spanish without preparation, without any fear. But that's how she tackles on her obstacles, face on, wit sharp, and with her chin up. And Michelle that day showed us all that she's just very adaptable. And my question to you all today is, what is the law if not adaptability? We have to grow with the time, change with progress, learn from case law, adaptability. So, sorry, next page. Now, when we think of what it means to be a judge, the responsibility that comes with the position, because heavy is the crown, the demand for fairness, the commitment to justice, core qualities like integrity, equality, morality come to mind. And I can tell you with all certainty that Michelle has them all. But she also has the strength to call things as they are, to question things that need to be challenged, and to tackle on every single individual issue with legal fairness, legal soundness, fairness, adaptability, common sense, and most importantly, with humanity. Today, we celebrate not only what I believe is going to be a remarkable judicial career, but also the realization of that young girl's lifelong dream, as we heard before, to be here today wearing a black robe. Judge Urbistondo, today and always you will be my Michelita. You have earned this honor and everything that comes with it. And today, to one of the many more investitures to come, until we make it to the Supreme Court, and yes, I'm coming along too, to the sky and beyond, Your Honor. Thank you.
now for further personal remarks on behalf of the judge's family and friends. I think this is our first mom giving a speech at an investiture, the judge's mother, Olga Lydia Hernandez.
Oh, wow. Every speech was amazing and got to my heart. But you're bad. You made me cry before. Most of the stuff that you said, I have in my speech, so it'll be quicker. Oh my God, it was very amazing. Thank you so much. I had to write it down. Michelle didn't want me to bring my phone because she said it looked bad. So bear with me. I don't have a printer, so I wrote it. Maybe I don't even understand what I'm writing. Good afternoon first to everybody, and I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, all of you that took time from your I know you guys are all super swamped with things and very busy, and I appreciate very much coming here today for Michelle. I'm going to say a couple of things, and probably they are going to be repetitive because that's what it is. I was going to talk most about her personal stuff. I'm going to tell you a few things about Michelle. When she was a baby, after work, and yes, I used to be a banker for 23 years my first career, and I would go pick her up from her grandparents' house, and we would stand right on the traffic light of 107 in Coral Way, where FIU was. So what would I do? I would look back at my rearview mirror and see her big brown eyes, this big, looking at me, and I'm like, Michelle, you see here, that school? When you get older, you're gonna get papers from this school, and we're gonna be able to go to Disney like 3 or 4 times as opposed to only 1 time a year. Her eyes were like, ooh. Okay, she always said she wanted to be an attorney, always, always. One day they had career day in LaSalle, and she comes in and she says, Mom, you know what? I think I want to be a psychologist. And I'm like, you're going to need that. So do it both. She's like, yeah, that's true. After that, she said, I want to be a judge. And I go, yeah, let's finish law school first, okay? Then in school, she wanted to be involved as much as possible. I was like, oh my gosh, she's in everything. Yes, in everything, right? FIU, she was a peer advisor. I'm going to repeat so it'll be faster. Peer advisor, Miss FIU pageant president, AOPI president, which they made me an honoree. Right, Mama? Yes. And then she did go Rho Gamma. St. Thomas, Moot Court. Yes, she did, Moot Court. And then she did law review, becoming a dedicated and professional attorney. Yes, she was a TV program person. Wow. Right? I think that's something happening in the future, right? Right? I think so. I think that was her start. Yes, my second page. Very fast. Then she got married to Miguel. That's my son-in-law. And had 2 beautiful boys. Exactly what she wanted. She wanted boys. And there's Miguel Angel and Max. That didn't stop her. She was very involved in school. And yes, she is a PTA member. She's a secretary. She's a secretary. Yes. First, she was a president. Weren't you a president in Montessori? And now in Sunset, she's the secretary. Don't let her fool you. She's always involved, always involved. When she was young, I would tell her, Michelle, let's go to the theater. Let's go to watch a movie. And she's like, no, Mom. I have a test. I have to study. I'm like, oh my God, I think I brainwashed her too much, right? Now, she wanted me to mention, we had a family tragedy involving the judicial system. Unfortunately, one of our aunts was murdered. They caught him, convicted him, but he won on appeal. Obviously, not the outcome we wanted. But Michelle realized, and we realized, that the judge's position is always to follow the law, as is written. And that's exactly the kind of judge you are going to have with Michelle. No doubt in my mind. Do you see? I made it fast. To close, I want to say that we, because I speak not only for myself, but for her grandparents who are no longer here with us, we not be any more proud of you, my love, my baby girl. We love you.
Actually, you can both stay there. Oh, okay. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I'm thinking from now on we cut out all the other speeches and just have moms speak. And now for the oath of office and robing, I would like to ask Judge Christine Hernandez, one of our circuit court judges, to join the judge and her family at the podium.
Nick, yes, yes. And it's white. Yes. 3 or 4 words at a time. I know. He's gonna hold it.
Are you ready? All right. Raise your right hand. I state your name.
I state your name. I'm kidding. I, Michelle Marie Urbistondo,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support,
that I will support,
protect, and defend
protect, and defend
the Constitution
the Constitution
and government of the United States of America
and government of the United States of America
and of the state of Florida.
and of the state of Florida,
That I am qualified to hold
that I am qualified to hold
office under the Constitution
office under the Constitution
of the state of Florida,
of the state of Florida,
and that I will well
and I will well
and faithfully perform
and faithfully perform
the duties of County Court Judge
the duties of County Court Judge
in and for the 11th Judicial Circuit
in and for the 11th Judicial Circuit
of the state of Florida,
of the state of Florida,
on which I am now about to enter.
on which I am now about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
You got it the first time. Always good job. Help me, buddy. Go, sorry. Just get that one. I think we're good. Yeah, right? We're good. We're good. No, Gina says we're done. Gina says we're done.
Everyone, please be seated.
Oh, Chief Judge, this is a little short. Hold on. There we go. Now it's a little high, but that's okay. Okay, just gonna take a moment to look at everybody. Hi. Thank you, Chief Judge Safey. Chief Judge-elect Fajardo, community leaders, members of the Third, colleagues, friends, and family. Thank you all for being here today to celebrate the significant milestone in my life. I am deeply thankful, honored, and humbled to stand before you. Looking out at this room filled with so many remarkable individuals, community leaders, colleagues, friends, mentors, and supporters, I am overwhelmed with gratitude for the role that each of you has played in shaping my journey. Please know that every single one of you that is sitting here, every single one, has played a role in my life. Your presence means the world to me. I'm going to try to express it as best as I can. Let's hang in there. Okay. So first and foremost, I want to thank God, whose presence has been a constant source of strength and guidance. In moments of challenge and doubt, when I'm second-guessing my life choices, I have found peace and clarity through prayer and faith. St. Thomas More, the patron saint of lawyers and judges, once said, "I do not care very much what men say of me, provided that God approves of me." I pray that my service in this role will honor him and the principles of justice he calls us to uphold. Speaking of Jesus, Father Sebastian, thank you. Thank you for being here. Your words were both grounded and uplifting. They brought a deep sense of peace and purpose to the ceremony. I am incredibly grateful for your continued leadership in our church and St. Thomas the Apostle. Your guidance, your faith, your example have been a steady light in our community, and your support on such an important day in my life means more than I can express. Oh, here we go. Okay, to my family, to my husband, Mikkel. Like any meaningful relationship and partnership, our marriage has faced its share of challenges, but it's also been a source of great strength and growth. You have stood by me through the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. To give a little sprinkle of color, we went through a home remodel and an election all at the same time. Wonderful. We made it. I am grateful for your love, your presence, your patience, and your unwavering support. Thank you for believing in me and in us every single day. I love you. Next, Ogalidia, my mother, Ogita, who is not just the foundation of my life, but also my greatest source of inspiration. I have been given many titles in my life, good and bad. Olguita's daughter is my favorite. So when I was on the trail, it wasn't, oh, she's running, this is Michelle Urbistondo. Olguita's daughter. Esta es la hija de Olguita. Everywhere I went. I'll take it. That is my favorite title. It's fitting that tomorrow's your birthday, so we recognize you for everything that you have done to shape me as who I am, not only to me, but those that are fortunate enough to know you. As a single mother who sacrificed so much, you've instilled in me values of resilience, discipline, and service. While I think I would have preferred generational wealth to the work ethic that I received, I owe everything that I am to you, and I thank you for paving the way. I would be remiss if I didn't mention those that are not here with me. My grandmother, Julia, also known as my abuelita mami, and my grandfather, Alberto. Cuban immigrants who, like many, came to this country with 2 small children and nothing but the clothes on their backs in the mid-1960s, escaping communism. Like many Cuban Americans that fled the Castro regime, my grandparents worked tirelessly so that our family could have a better future. They are a testament that with freedom and hard work, anything is possible. I am indebted to them for their sacrifices and to this country for making it possible for me to be standing before you here today. To my children, Miguel Angel and Max, pótase bien. Every time I look at you, I am reminded of what truly is important in my life. I want you to know that even when life is tough, whether it's a hard test at school, whether it's trouble with friends, you have everything that you need. Any challenge that you can face in your life, you have everything you need inside you. Nothing is impossible if you try your best, work hard, and believe in yourself, even when it is not easy, and even when you don't want to. You inspire me every single day to be my best. Miguel Angel, don't cry, you're gonna make me cry. Alrighty. I've lost my place now. Okay. You inspire me every day to be my best, and everything that I do, I mean everything I do, is for both of you. Thank you for being my joy, my laughter, and my reason to keep going no matter what. To the Urbistondo family, here and abroad, those watching in San Sebastian, thank you for welcoming me into your family. I feel incredibly lucky to have in-laws who have been so supportive and understanding of me. Your support for me and my career has meant so much, whether it's cheering me on, offering advice, or just pretending to understand what I'm doing. You've made me feel like one of your own from the very beginning. I love you and I thank you. I also want to express my heartfelt gratitude to everyone who has supported me throughout my journey here. Tomorrow, aside from it being Ogalidia's birthday, marks 1 year from when I stood in the elections department, surrounded by family and friends, when it was announced that I had won my election without opposition. So I chose this date for 3 reasons, one of which it being my mom's birthday, one of which being the anniversary of tomorrow, and it's April 25th, because Miss Rhode Island says it's the perfect date. Okay. All you need is a light jacket. Okay. Okay, so I could not have done what I have done without the support of many. It is impossible to list out everyone who helped me along the way because, as many of you may know, running a campaign takes a village, so I will try my best. To those in the legal community that supported me, your confidence and faith in me were humbling, and I hope every day to make you proud. To those that gave me a platform, thank you for your vote of confidence by allowing me to speak to the public through your channels. You know who you are. I am forever grateful. To community leaders, Congressman Omar Blanco, Chairman Anthony Rodriguez, Commissioner J.C. Bermudez, Commissioner Daniel Cohen-Higgins, Commissioner Roberto Gonzalez, and the newly confirmed Ambassador of Panama, Kevin Cabrera. Thank you for your kind words and encouragement throughout my journey. To our first responders who endorsed me, beginning with the PBA, Stedman Stahl, the members of the board, thank you. Hispanic Police Officer Association, Carlos Hagüey, Ramfis Buca, thank you very much. Miami Police Hispanic Officers Association, Fire. Metro-Dade Firefighters Local 1403, Billy McAllister, Omar Blanco, I am honored for your endorsement, your trust, and your unwavering commitment to our community. To the Judicial Nominating Committee, Peter, you good? You okay back there? Pedro Allende, Scott Diamond, Robert Fernandez, the Honorable Kansas Gooden, Walter Javi, Hayden O'Byrne, Bob Pardo, Jordan Richardson, and Jay Suarez. Thank you for recognizing my qualifications and recommending me to Governor DeSantis for appointment. Although my journey led me to this position through election, your confidence in my abilities is an honor that I will always treasure. To my colleagues, it is truly humbling to stand in front of such an esteemed group of jurists. To call you not just colleagues but friends is a privilege. Your guidance, professionalism, and dedication set a standard that I will work tirelessly to uphold. You have made me feel welcome, and in moments where this job can seem like an island of one, you have reminded me that this is the best job in the world and that I am not alone. Shout out to those that have literally stopped what they were doing to answer what may or may not have been a stupid question on my part, my appellate panel. Just to name a few, Gina, Barquette, George, Christine, Christy, Rita, Laura, Christina, Lodi, Betty, Marcus, Lisette. It's like Whitney Houston when she was doing that thing, like, you know. The Fab Five, La Puebla. Thank you for entertaining my crazy and for always being a source of knowledge to me. Thank you. To Marie and Heloisa. Where are you, Marie? Though we were acquainted before the election, the campaign trail brought us together. I am blessed to know you both. No matter the hour or the topic, you stand by me. Thank you for being there for me at all times. Maria de Neri, thank you for being with me here today. I am grateful for your friendship, for your words of wisdom in light moments and difficult ones. Thank you for clearing the space for me to start my career. I strive every day to make you proud. Christine Hernandez, thank you for being here today and swearing me in. It was an honor for you to say yes to the very informal way of which I asked you during text, via text. So for those that don't know, I first met Christine Hernandez, and we were both nominated by the Judicial Nominating Committee for consideration by the governor for county court judge back in February of 2024. If you haven't been to Tallahassee for this purpose, it's a very intimidating and lonely endeavor, doing it for the first time. So I reached out to see if anybody wanted to have dinner with me the night before, maybe distract ourselves a little bit. Christine Hernandez and Jason Renning-Quillones both said yes to meet up for dinner, and I immediately thought of two things. Wow, they're cool. Second, oh man, I'm not getting this appointment. As you know, I did not. Both went on to get the appointment, as I anticipated, and I went on to my election. The other one that got appointed, well, the other judge that was appointed was Judge Azar, who I ended up replacing in the criminal bench when she went on to North Dade. As you can tell, I was surrounded by giants. I continue to be surrounded by giants. It's an honor, Christine, to be in your company. What I gained from that experience was a mentor and a friend. Thank you. To my staff and everyone in Division G, my assistant, Stefan Dania, who's been with me for about 5 years now, Laura Prieto, who's new to the fold and has assimilated so well, to my clerk, Tracelyn, and Jackie, my division does not function without any of you. You're a puzzle to my world, and I thank you. To my ASAs, my APDs, new and old, because, you know, they rotate them like, I don't know. You get used to them and they're like, bye. And to the private criminal bar. I didn't know what to expect coming into this division in an area of law that I never practiced as a lawyer. I am honored to be your judge. I learn from you every single day, and I will strive to be a judge that you want to practice in front of. Thank you for the grace that you have showed me. To my friends, Kathy, Lily, Jen, Amy, Annika, Mariana, the board of directors of my life, like true ride or dies, we can go weeks without speaking to one another because life be lifing, and we pick up immediately where we left off. You are the rock and my source of inspiration, each of you for your own special reasons, and I'm honored to call you my friends. I am blessed to be surrounded by friends that are too many to list individually, so I'll group you all. Sorry, I had to do this. My Sunset Moms, the PTA, Jiu-Jitsu family, my coverage family, my court family. I see so many clerks out there. It's going to make me cry, so I can't make eye contact. I love you all. You all bring joy and happiness to my life. As I step into this role, I'm reminded that the authority of a judge is not rooted in personal ambition, but in the Constitution and in the public trust that it commands. It is a responsibility that demands not only sharp legal mind, but a deep respect for the limits of judicial power and the original meaning of the law we are sworn to uphold. There's a line from Harry Potter that may seem a little bit out of place right now, but I find it strikingly apt. The great Albus Dumbledore says, "It's not our abilities that show what we truly are, it is our choices." In the judiciary, our choices, how we interpret the law, how we exercise restraint, how we uphold the separation of powers, define us far more than our credentials or accolades. Fidelity to the rule of law, not the pursuit of outcomes, is what keeps our republic strong. I accept this position not as a platform for personal philosophy, but as a solemn duty to make choices anchored in the text, the structure, and the enduring principles of the Constitution. I promise to serve with humility, integrity, and a deep respect for the law. I will apply the law as written, respect precedent, and remain steadfast in my commitment to fairness, consistency, and the rule of law. I pray that God will guide me in this work, and I ask for His grace to serve with compassion, wisdom, and a heart open to justice. Thank you all for your trust, support, and presence here today. It is the honor of my life to serve you. I will strive every day to be deserving of this responsibility. May God bless you, the state of Florida, and the United States of America. Thank you very much.
Can you all just note where the podium is right now?
Perfect height.
I'll also note that her font is very small because she's a woman of a certain age and I'm a woman of a certain age. And I'm like, how the heck can she see this? Anyway, I love these investitures because you're always, you get to see a side of the judge that you may not know that well. And I have so many questions, but everyone wants to get to lunch and whatnot. But I have one question. Is the jiu-jitsu your kids or is it you?
It's my kids.
Okay.
I do a little Muay Thai, but it's okay.
Yeah. Because that would be intimidating. Anyway, thank you all for being here. Thank you for joining the 11th Judicial Circuit of Florida. On behalf of all of our colleagues and staff, we're grateful for you to spend this time with us. Court is now in recess. For those of you that would like to join Judge Urbistondo and her family, please come here to the right. She's going to have a receiving line over here, a la like a wedding. And yeah, this is like, I think, I don't remember I said to you before, but it's often like a wedding, but different stress.
My funeral in life.
No, not a funeral. It's like a wedding, but without the stress and without the dress and the hair and all that. And I also said it's no good if you don't laugh or cry. So thanks to Mom for making us laugh and cry. But with that, thank you all very much. Court's in recess. They're going to all come over here and grab you.